said, what you waiting on? Did he send a text every hour on the dot saying, when you gon' drop that verse? You taking long. So now I'm back spitting that he could pass a polygraph. That Reverend Run rockin' Adidas out on Hollis Ave. That FOI Marcus Garvey, Nicky Tesla. I shock you like an ill electric field, J Electra.
Oh my God! Keep going!
They call me J Electronica. That. Call me J Elect Hanukkah, J Elect Yamaka, J Elect Tramadan, Muhammad Asalamaka, Rasulullah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala through your monitor. Still weigh a ton, check the barometer. I'm hotter than the sun, check the thermometer. I'm bringing.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. Hi, folks. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. And, Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport. Bobby Witt Jr. leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug. Here comes a pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that's how this game gets started. Bounce to the right. Takes it himself.
He's out.
One up, one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Nelson Velasquez.
Well, he's in pretty good company right now on that AL leaderboard for home runs. Top 5 for the guy, and he's one of the better home run hitters in the league this year. You don't see him missing too many pitches. And when he gets the one that he wants, he doesn't miss it. It goes a long way.
Jose Azocar, the next to hit, takes outside. Gonsolin. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And that skips in the dirt. One out, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Been a real struggle on the mound early on, Singy.
Yeah, having a hard time finding that rhythm, and it's starting to look like a game where the bullpen could get a lot of work.
And a pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
Well, it looks like he's fighting against himself instead of just working with himself and allowing his mechanics to flow. He's trying to overthrow it instead of allowing things to just sort of naturally develop.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. High in the air, out to right. Rosario hauls it in, 2 away. Bobby Witt Jr. now. He was drafted 2nd overall by the Royals in 2019. Adley Rutschman was the only player taken ahead of him.
Yeah, he was part of a really good crop of shortstops. Bobby was the first one taken, but C.J. Abrams, Bryson Stott, Anthony Volpe, and Gunnar Henderson were also part of that draft class. How good is that?
Pretty good. That's a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Brandon Drury to the plate. Runner on the move. No throw, safe at second. Righty to the plate. Way outside. And now it's even 1-1. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
Just too many pitches in the heart of the zone. He's not commanding his pitches and working the edges up and down, in and out, and he's getting hit hard.
Now he steps off and looks it back to second. The 1-1. That one fouled off. Third out. So one hit is all they get. Now the Red Sox. Back here with my pal Siggy. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA.
As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Collectively, they're swinging the bats really well right now, Chris, scoring a lot of runs.
Indeed, it seems to be contagious right now. Top to bottom of this lineup, they just seem to be feeding off of one another. One thing I watched in their batting practice is, although they've been scoring a lot of runs lately, they're still paying attention to the details. A lot of balls back up the middle the other way, and that's really the building block for great offensive production.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That one ripped. Out of here. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 1-0.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with a home run. I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Jordan Walker in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And out of here, he deposits that one into the monster seats. They go back to back. It's 2-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
One down. Now batting Tristan Casas. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Red Sox leading it by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that's outside. And a base hit into right center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Over to first, safe.
That is good.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Stepping in, Taylor Ward. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Geloff grounds second on his way to third. Coming home, throw cut off to second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Let's go. I'm from that city you heard about. When you hit up, then the word's out. Your time is up, this your third out. Plus we got hitters on deck, what you word now.
Second inning set to go. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. First pitch just misses.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. One, 2 now. Ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. Velasquez in his 3rd season, 26 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. The Red Sox leading by 2 here at the top of the second. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-1. One down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. There's a strike. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. Back in Boston, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's Eddie Rosario. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Oh, he gloves it. The throw. Nicely done for the out. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
Connor Wong, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
1 strike.
And a good eye there. Here's a 1-1. Fought off foul. And the righty deals. Next offering is outside. And another ball. The kick, the 3-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Trevor Story at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Red Sox by 2. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that point.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox go down quietly, but they hold the 2-0 lead. On to the 3rd inning, and here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Gonsolin back to work. And that's in for a strike. The 0-2. Good eye right there.
It's a good take.
That misses. 2-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Full count.
Stays alive. 3-2 now. Got him looking. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Boy, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Drew Waters stands in.
The throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
The 1-0. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Already at 40 here in the early going.
Yeah, he's having to work pretty hard right now, and I just wonder how this is going to affect the later innings. He's going to need some quick innings if he's going to pitch deep into this ball game.
That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Another throw, really keeping him close. And that's the second disengagement now. Now at the plate, Jose Azocar. That misses. 1-0. 2 outs. And there's a ball.
Look, he's been falling behind and really hasn't been able to establish any dominance out there on the mound. The hitters have to be patient. They can't help him out by swinging at pitches that are outside the zone early in the count.
Yep, more balls than strikes in the early going for him so far. And here it comes. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back now at Fenway. Now batting Jarren Duran. The wind of the pitch. In the air, right side. Velasquez makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. And here is Devers. He's already homered here in this one.
He consistently hits the ball hard. His exit velocity and barrel rate, here are the tops in the league.
Ball 1 there.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
That's outside, and it's 2-1. And a strike to Devers.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And there's a foul ball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Red Sox go down 1-2. Back here in Fenway as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Right through there for a strike. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Well, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
The 0-2.
Ball 1.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Now 1-1. Foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And now 2 gone.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Left-hand batter waits. Strike on the inside corner. Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on. Good eye in that spot.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Boston, bottom 4, and now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent base.
Well hit the other way. That one going back and foul.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Gets it to first.
Out of there.
2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Taylor Ward up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Corrals it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. But they're on top 2-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. So up now for Kansas City, Nelson Velasquez. The right-hander back to work. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. A gigantic blast. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Renfroe batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Well, these Royals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Back up the middle and a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Fermin in the box, lays off for ball 1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Takes it to the bag, that's 1. Here's the center fielder, Drew Waters. That's down and in. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And that's ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals. In the dirt, and that's ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Ball to strike. Roll to short. Possible 2-ball. The toss to second, and that's 2. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on. And we're back here at Fenway Park. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Eddie Rosario. The wide to kick the pitch. Hit hard, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Connor Wong now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Substitution now at first base. Pinch running for Boston, Kevin Biggio. Trying to move him over here. Pasquantino. He is saved, and he beats the throw by a whisker.
This couldn't have played out any better on offense. They were trying to trade it out to move the runner into scoring position, but instead, they just couldn't make the play on defense. You really need to get it out there.
Here's Trevor Story. He was a strikeout victim his first time. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
This one in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Righty delivers, swings and misses, and a count 1-2.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Got him swinging.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Gets it to first. Just got him on that one. Now it's Devers at the plate. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off. Goes down looking. Boston strands a pair, but they still lead it 2-1. So coming into the game now on defense, Kevin Biggio. He takes over and right.
Number 15, Kevin.
Azovar, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1.
No strike.
This guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That one finds the zone, and a count 2-1. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now here comes the skipper. New pitcher on now, Dennis Santana.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Fouled off. He was late. At the belt and fires. Just missed.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And that one fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals, and fouled off. That one is absolutely belted, giving chase. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no-doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
And now, Vinny Pasquantino. Story throws to first in time, but the game is tied as the run comes in. Nelson Velasquez steps in for the Royals. 1 for 2. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the DH, Hunter Renfroe.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. To third, tag, got him. They limit the damage here. Get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Back here at Fenway Park, and now the DH, Jordan Walker. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
You know, these Red Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Casas now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Sliced hard but foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Geloff at the plate and takes high there.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And another ball. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. The wind of the pitch. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground. Witt. Now the throw to first on the run. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing. Top of inning number 7. So here's the Royals DH, Hunter Renfroe. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The pitch.
Ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Digging in, Freddie Fermin. in for a strike. 0-1. Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball there.
Ball.
Outside low. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
That one missed. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one smoked out to left. Ward takes the grab for the second out.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
No ball.
Waters at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. On the inside corner for a strike. Up and in, and it's 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
2-2.
Wouldn't chase that time. 2 down, nobody on. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And down on strikes. Royals set down in order. Nothing doing for the Royals. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Fenway set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. And that one wrapped foul. And now the 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, nabs it, and there's one down. Biggio up to the plate. Really thriving with the bat this season here at home. A little bit low.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Out towards right center field. Under it. And it's caught for the out. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Right side, Drury over to first.
He's out.
And that is that. We go to the 8th, and to the plate for Kansas City, number 11. Fought off foul. The 0-1. Line drive. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Azokar in the box now. Takes strike 1. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one misses, and the count even 1-1. Now before the pitch, he looks him back. Kicks and fires.
That's up.
That's in there. That is strike 2. And another ball. And a pitch. Up the middle, Story. First out in the top of the 8th.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Witt in the box now, takes strike 1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter, a way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Bounce to the left side. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Drury at the plate now, and that's inside. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count even at 1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jose Hernandez.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know, I never liked it.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit. Play at the plate. Got it. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
Trying to take the lead in the late going. Can't blame them, but the defense was having none of that. Close play at the dish. The tag applied just in time, and we'll push on with a tie ball game.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Robert Suarez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And he deals. Swung on, belted. Azokar going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Number 16.
And now the center fielder, Jarren Duran. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Out, number 2. Rafael Devers up to hit. Infielder shifted to the right. Shortstop just to the left of second. Swing and a foul straight back. Yo one. That one ran inside, almost got him. In the air, right field. Should have this one. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's going to be Nelson Velasquez. And a base hit on a line. Off to a good start with a leadoff dive.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now the lefty on the ground, 2 ball. There's one. Relay to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Freddie Fermin. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball one. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Fires over to first. And the inning is over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Hard at back in Boston, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Leading off, Jordan Walker. The pitch. Little chopper rolls foul. And a pitch. Fouled off. He was late. Right-handed reliever. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Next to hit, Tristan Casas. Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Bases empty, one away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. The pitch. This ball's chopped to the ground. Drury. Tosses to first. And that quickly 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Pinch hitter coming on. Abraham Toro looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. Wouldn't chase that time. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a foul ball. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Two outs. Good job to fight that one off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And the pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Waters brings it in with a nice running grab. Staying in the game on defense, Abraham back now at Fenway. On to extra innings. So up now for Kansas City, Drew Waters. On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Coming home. The throw in. Head first slide, and he's safe. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knocked home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
And now number 11. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball track.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Brennan Bernardino.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Squares the bunt, but that rolls foul. And a sac bunt here. And he picks it up in foul territory. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. No outs. Runners at first and second. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Drury in the box with one away as he takes ball one. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And 1-2.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's gone for the fourth time tonight.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, but get back on track. His team needs him.
Pasquantino at the plate now. That's ball one. Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Well struck right field. And that's going to roll to the wall.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And here is Nelson Velasquez. Fastball for a strike. Fly ball down the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to Casas. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound at the bottom. So digging in, Taylor Ward, 1 for 3. The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Man at second. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
On the ground to first. Pasquantino steps on the bag, and a couple of quick outs. Last out. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Chris Bryant looking for a 2-out hit to bring home the runner from third. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals.
Ball 1. 1-1.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Red Sox down to their final strike.
Ball.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2. The Red Sox down by 4 here in extra innings. 2 outs. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll do it. The Royals take game 1 of the series on the road.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ballgame late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Tonight, first for the victorious Kansas City Royals, 6 runs on. Baby, I'm drenched.